How to stay focused. Part 1, the big picture.
We're talking about winning. This is oriented towards personal winning strategy. And so, David, you want to kick things off?
I wanted to know how you felt that we could continue to grow, continue to improve some of the things that, because you've been through this, at least this stage that I'm in. So I know as I stay closer and closer, and pick your brain more and more, things become clearer to me. So anything that you can pass on, I'm here taking notes.
So the question is how we can keep moving forward?
Yes, how we can keep moving forward, keep getting better, keep improving.
I only know one way, and that is this. And that is you've got to be specific to be dynamic, and you've got to have a way of being honest with yourself. At all times, you're looking forward at the rest of your life. And in that life, you have your quality of life and the quantity of things that you want to accomplish. So you put numbers or values. There's ways you measure that stuff. So all I know to do is you divide up the life that's in front of you into manageable chunks. And of course, we don't know. Our life may be one day. It might be, it might be over tomorrow. But assuming we have a long life, this thing is going to be there's going to be so many years. A year is hard to keep up with. If you're a corporation, they break it down into quarters. They break the year down into 4 quarters. Most people I know don't think in terms of 3-month cycles like the seasons. If you do, great. So the thing is, I know what a week is because I know Sunday and Monday roll around regularly. I can keep up with that. But that's a little too frequent for me to keep up with any kind of long goals and everything. So for me, I do it like 1 month at a time. Like in a month from now, that's a pretty good period of time to get some stuff done. You can have things go wrong, you can have surprises, but still recover and move up. So the thing is, you say where you are, let's just say right now you're along about this area right here. You say, well, if I keep doing what I'm doing now, in 1 month, I'll be here. But that's not good enough. I think we're capable of going here. This is your target. At all times, you've got to have a bullseye to shoot for. That simplifies things. So if I'm thinking, David, how do we keep moving? First of all, you've got to have goals. Why would you get in your car and crank it up and pull out the driveway unless you had someplace you want to go? So the thing is, if you've already reached all the goals in your life and you got nothing really motivates you any further, anything you want to do for yourself, anything you do for your family or for somebody else, well, stay home and watch movies. Go get a big box of chocolates and enjoy. But the reason that you want to learn something is you got something specific you want to accomplish. Now, these are not things that other people have. People want to make you do it, wrap you up in what they're doing. These are yours. That's why you put it so you can hit your goals, whatever they are. And maybe you're fine. Maybe your goal is just to keep doing the same thing you're doing. You have some people, they go out there and say, I want to get a $30,000 base shop, or I want to get, like if they're going to the gym. All I want to do is to get to where I can run a mile. I don't care how fast I go. I don't want to be able to run 2 miles, but I want to be in enough shape where I can run a mile and I can do 10 push-ups and 50 sit-ups, and that's all I want to get in shape. And then they're working towards that, and then it's just a matter of maintaining and finding out how little work they can do to stay at that level. Other people, they get going, they want to run, they run a mile, and then they want to run a mile, and they time it. It took 12 minutes, and they want to do it in 10 minutes, and then 8 minutes. And then all of a sudden they're saying, there's a 5K coming up, I want to do that. It's up to you. But there's no reason for you to do anything unless you have a goal, something that's stirring you up inside. So, David, that's the first thing that would come to my mind to answer that kind of question. Is that helpful?
Yes, it is. Because if you don't have, you got to have a target something you're excited about going for. And if you can break it down into small chunks, and that's what I'm hearing you say, like if you break it down to small bite-sized pieces, then if you're on or off, or off target, and then you can do something about it early enough before you're too far off.
But let's just hear from the others and see what they might have to say about that, have to add, or they might have a question. Let's start at the top of the list. How about Andrew? Andrew, you got a comment you want to join in on that?
Hey, thanks. It made a lot of sense. Was if I don't have small, achievable goals like broken down that I can hit, on a daily basis, that's the only way to get it going.
Well, what I'd say is that's how you know if you're really understanding what you think you're understanding, and if you're working, that's how you know if the work you're doing is going to be something that pays off for you. Because the whole idea is not to just work stupidly, because it's hard to really, there's work and then there's bust your rear work because you want to win something, you want to get something, you want a prize, you want to move up. When you go into that bust your rear mode and you're double timing across the prairie there, that's because you see something that you want at the other, you're like there's a, if you're digging, if I say to you, okay, Bob died, we got him in a coffin, we need to bury the sucker, help me dig this grave. Well, neither one of us are going to be too thrilled about digging the hole. You got 6 feet down, it's going to take forever, and the only thing we're going to get when it's over is Bob gets buried. But on the other hand, if I said 6 feet down, there is a huge box full of uncut diamonds right down here. If you'll help me dig, I'll give half of them to you. I just bought this land. I just heard that they were buried there, and you help me dig, I'll give half of them to you. Well, then all of a sudden, both me and you are going to be putting a little more energy into our dig. So thanks so much. Do it big.